a select few more words to say out loud. So, I want to talk about the final spiritual battle, and or the final battle in which will be waged in the spirit. What is the final battle that will be waged in the spirit? Meaning, once you all accomplish your reawakening, your spiritual reawakening, meaning you gain reawareness of who and or what your highest nature truly is. You go through your reincarnation, meaning you accept who and or what your one highest nature truly is, altogether, entirely. Then third, the resurrection. The resurrection part. Coming back to my senses. I came back to my senses. Your senses, base-wise speaking, you have 9 divine senses, baseline speaking, like your subliminal, sublime, moral ground, foundational, ethical, soulful ethical, soul ethic base senses are 9 in total. If you want to hear me out here, you got 9 base senses, divine senses. We've been told our entire lives we only have 5: see, smell, taste, touch, hear, and sense. But do some more. Once you do some more studying, once you take your time and do some more research on who or what you truly are, you'll find that you have 9 base senses, 9 of them. I'm going to explain them to you in this video what they are, for they are the literal makeup of the King of Kings senses. It's like, imagine a chipboard, a computer chipboard. You follow what I'm saying? A computer chip board, platform, foundation, grounds, you see. You know, the chip has multiple things on it, multiple little pieces of technology that can, like little wires and whatnot, like 72,000 nadis or something, and little pieces, and they all each do something in which gives the overall chip its abilities to go, and or its abilities to be a chip or a computer chip or whatever style of attributes in which said computer chip contributes to the computer's operation as an entire whole is what your higher nature is in regards to these here 9 divine senses that I'm getting ready to tell you about. It's what they are. It's like the attributes in which give your overall moral self its abilities to function and be and go. It is our true government, our actual real government, not the one of this world that we have today here. Our actual real government. And your real government comes with, or has endowed you with, naturally, 9 divine base senses, or what I would like to consider, since I've been talking about, and yes, the 9-dimensional base parable ties into the 9 divine senses that I'm getting ready to tell you about for this final spiritual battle. So, before I go on though, or before I say it, before I tell you, it is in a versus match right now currently. The entirety of your highest nature is in a final versus match right now currently, in a sense, if you can get where I'm going with this. And what is the fight it is up against? It is up against what I could label and describe as the 9 deadly sins. The 9 deadly sins, or the 9 negative behavioral force drives. You follow what I'm saying? These are just necessary words to say out loud. Words that will help eventually, just by speaking them out loud. So, 9 divine senses versus the 9 deadly sins. That's the final spiritual battle there. Once you accomplish a lot of your answers in regards to who we are and why we do what we do, you'll come to this final conclusion right here. Or you'll eventually see yourself in the lanes of this topic right here. And I'm just saying everything I can to put out a shortcut for all of us to hurry up and get this here battle out of the way so we can move forward to other things. You follow what I'm saying? The 9 divine senses versus the 9 deadly sins. The 9 divine senses versus the 9 deadly sins. How do you win this here spiritual war? How do you win this final battle? Simple. Gain full awareness, reawakening of these here 9 divine senses. Accept who and or what entirely these 9 divine senses really truly are, because in actuality, these 9 divine senses make up one nature, yours, BKA the King of Kings nature. These 9 divine base senses make up the King of Kings nature. You'll probably see more, or there'll probably be less. I'm going to label and describe them in a moment to you. And then you have the 9 deadly sins. We've been told our entire lives that there are 7 deadly sins. That's the wrath, greed, gluttony, lust, and things of that nature. But from what I've been studying thus far, and the behaviors of the people, I recognize that there are 2 more severely, highly, dangerously, horrifically, deadlier sins that are on this hierarchy as well. And they are simply fear and ignorance. The 2 sins outside of the major 7 deadly sins are fear and ignorance. Now, real quick, the 9 senses. I want to share this thought with you. Earthing is a sense. And or we get it's the first sense right here. The first sense on the hierarchy slot. Earthing. The sense you get from the assistance of the planet in keeping you aligned, balanced, and locked in tight within your own well-being. You follow what I'm saying? Due to us being in the situation we are in, we have ignorance of the planet and we are disconnected from it. Why do we need cars? Why do we need concrete? Shouldn't everywhere on the planet have food sprouting from the ground? Everywhere on the planet should have food sprouting from the ground, shouldn't it? Just a random thought. The next sense on the information or the hierarchy slot is called the root chakra, and the root chakra holds the mental faculty sense of smell in the root chakra's information. Of course, it is all one at the end of the day. One board of capabilities and or aspects and or attributes of thine own physical makeup at the end of the day, or spiritual makeup, you see. Next mental faculty sense is of the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra holds taste. Then you have the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra holds your sight. Real quick, chakra Trimurti parable. The root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra are your literal physical mind, heart space, your first sense. You got 3 senses in total. You got your first sense, which is the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. The root chakra being your physical body, the sacral chakra being your subconscious mind, and the solar plexus chakra being your conscious mind. On a cosmic sense, because if you look at the chakra hierarchy line up from on a physical sense, the solar plexus chakra will be in your stomach. But on a cosmic sense, meaning the one chakra hierarchy in which the entire world and all of the universe is connected to, on a cosmic scale, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus chakra, the bottom 3 would be of your physical conscious mind, subconscious mind, and physical body. So, on a cosmic scale, your solar plexus chakra will hold your ethnics, and on a cosmic scale, your sacral chakra will hold your ethics, conscious mind, subconscious mind. And the solar plexus chakra holds the mental faculty sense of sight in its information. Then you're moving on to the heart chakra. The heart chakra on a cosmic scale read, using the chakra Trimurti parable, not only would it be the principle of the universe and or your master, but it is also the physical, non-physical body of the King of all Kings himself. or itself. The heart chakra holds the mental faculty sense of touch or feeling. Remember, the heart chakra is unhurt, unstruck, and unbeaten. So that means your feeling that you always have before you touch something in real life is good all the time, and all the time your feeling is good. Whatever else you have been taught about your feeling your entire life was a lie. And everything else you feel like of this world is made up. Your heart of hearts, your true self is incorruptible, cannot be corrupted, altered, or imbalanced, or possessed. Nor can it lie to you or hurt you. Nor can it do anything wrong to you. Nor does it want to do anything wrong to you. Nor can it even do anything wrong to you. It doesn't have a physical body. It's just an energy in which gives you your abilities to move. Your abilities to do something. Your abilities to protect. Your abilities to be good. What do I speak of? The literal heart of all hearts. That there is the true God and the leader of the universe and the principle of the universe, whether you want to buy it or not. The heart of hearts chakra holds the mental faculty sense of feeling. And your mental faculty sense of touch and or feeling what you feel like is good all the time and what you feel like is all the time good. Your feelings are good all the time, and all the time your feelings are good. Everything else you've been told about your feelings is a straight up lie. And I can prove it to you in thousands and thousands of ways. Even more than that, actually. Moving forward. So, the next one on the list is the throat chakra. The throat chakra you can label and describe as the king of all kings, subconscious mind, and or our second form or second senses, subconscious mind. The throat chakra holds the mental faculty sense of hearing. That's what it holds. Next, the king of kings conscious mind. The king of kings conscious mind can be labeled and described as the third eye chakra. That will be the king of kings conscious mind in his form. And the conscious mind holds the mental faculty sense of ego, or the sixth sense. But like I said, we have 9 senses in total, and this is the 7th sense on the list that I am on currently, ego. I want to talk more about it. There's about 4 senses on this list that I need to talk about more, to put more in detail. Real quick though. Ego, for me now personally, is easy to talk about because of the natural ego in which I am tapped into. The natural ego, I go off of what the word labels and describes, and I go off of what it feels unto me in real life. Does this feel accurate? Yes, feeling. A feeling, I know how to work a feeling because a feeling is senseless. Meaning, I feel it by not feeling it. It's going to take you about 15 years to get what I just said. But the rest of what I'm saying, I'm trying to ensure you get it in 15 minutes. Moving forward. So, it makes sense by way of giving me insight and or an idea how the life force within us, the one that gives us the nothingness feeling, is more so attached to the information that I'm studying here. If that makes sense to you. Like when I look at the word ego and I go over its definition, I'm seeing if the information aligns with what I am trying to label and describe by way of saying that our life force is our true government. Our life force is our true governmentality. Our life force is our true testamentality. Our life force is our true fundamentality. Ultimately is what I'm getting at. And when I study the word ego and look at definitions such as a part of the mind that mediates, and the word mediates meaning form a connection between the conscious and the unconscious, and is responsible for reality testing and a sense of personal identity. A sense of personal identity. Sense. Mental faculties. Mediator. Mediates. The ego mediates between the conscious and the unconscious. And the word mediates meaning forming a connection between. So, what the ego in its natural state does, according to the information that I've studied to help me realize or help me see how it does, what the ego does is it keeps a connection between the King of Kings mind and my unconscious physical body's mind. According to what the information has there for me, that's what ego does. It keeps me connected to the King of Kings. It keeps this physical, what I like to label and describe as the let go sense, connected to what I have let and allowed to be and or lead sense. Ego is also a sense of self-respect. Ego is also a sense of self-importance, a sense of self-esteem. Ego is all of these things by definition. And so now, according to the logic that I'm gathering regarding our life force being our true actual government here, ego is an important sense to know about. And on this list of 9, ego, I label and describe as the 7th one. Ego is just a mediator, a connection between something. It keeps us connected to the King of Kings. So that means the sense of the third eye chakra is what keeps us connected to the King of Kings. The sense within the third eye chakra is what keeps us connected directly to the King of Kings. On the physical scale, your third eye chakra is right here. But on the cosmic scale, your third eye chakra ain't even in your body. It's a whole different part of you. It's the whole actual you. The next one. I haven't talked about this one too much either, but I want to give some more detail on it. The crown chakra, which is now the 8th sense of this here 9 list. It's 9 in total, remember? It's 9 in total because I counted the Earth Star chakra and earthing with it, and the other chakra, and the other senses after the fact. So I didn't start off at the root. The next sense is the crown chakra sense. When I studied the information and I connected the dots from around the world, it's called the disc of auspicious vision. And then when you look further into the research, you'll find out that it is just a Sanskrit. It's a Sanskrit ideology, and it stands for the sense of auspicious vision or the sense of divine vision. That's what it says within the information. And then when I think of sense of divine vision, the more I've been pondering on it, the more that it begins to come to mind of how to be able to live with expectations. It's just an expectation sense. It's a sense of being able to expect something. You can expect this to happen, meaning like you can expect victory to happen, or you can expect failure to happen, depending on what you are expecting. It's the ability to expect, your ability to expect. Yes, of course, it is your third person and your highest view. According to the chakra tree Murdy parable, by the way, the Earth Star chakra will be the Most High God's physical body, and then this crown chakra here that I'm on now will be the Most High God's subconscious mind. So, the subconscious mind of the Most High God is the disc of auspicious vision sense. That's your disc of auspicious vision sense, meaning it's a sense of expectation or your sense of. A wonderful young woman just recently said you should live without expectations. Did you know that's actually impossible? Did you know it's actually impossible for men not to have standards? Did you know that? It's impossible for any human being to not have standards. The only way you can not have standards is if someone wiped your memory completely clean of who and or what you are and took away your standards and replaced them with something else, a lie. But yeah, it's definitively impossible for men not to have standards. But due to there being another force driving your behavior to be what it is, the wrong force, the negative force driving your behavior to be what it is, a lot of you don't like this idea. And the reason why you don't like it is because you don't like the fact that men in which you do not see to be desirable have some kind of ability to fight against you when you want them to suffer to death. Still hanging in there, huh? I remember those words. Still hanging in there, huh? Yeah, unfortunately, according to the feelings of those who wish my life didn't give me standards to keep living in a world in which doesn't want me to be in it. Moving forward, disc of auspicious vision, expectatious vision, expectation vision. A young lady recently said to live without expectations. Did you know that's borderline impossible to do? Because your ability to expect is hooked up to you. Your ability to live and move in a way that you know you can move in. Your ability to be confident, divinely confident. Your ability to be sure about something. To know you are going to win and or accomplish whatever you set yourself out to achieve. That's what your auspicious vision is. Third person. And then your soul star chakra, the last ninth. That was the eighth one, your auspicious vision, your expectation sense, your sense of expectation. You can call it that. That's what it's called. Your crown chakra sense is your sense of expectation or your sense of thought. Whatever you choose to move to and actually decide to go towards, expect to get there. Know you will get there. That is the disc of auspicious vision. That is the sense of auspicious vision. It's just confidence, being able to expect, sense of expectation, moving forward. Now, the ninth one on this list, this one is called the Soul Star Chakra. The ninth one. What is the ninth mental faculty sense? Quantum. Or, to be more specific, the source of all senses. The source of senses. That's what you can call the ninth sense. The source of senses. Where senses come from. You don't have to call it quantum per se. Because let's not forget, quantum is just a measurement word. But what is it measuring? The movement and or the distribution of source energy is what quantum measures. They call it acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter. But it's the sense of sources, though. That's what the soul star chakra's mental faculty sense is. The source of senses. or where senses come from, or your sense of unconditional love, or your sense of life. Your life sense comes from the source, the soul star chakra. So the mental faculty sense of the soul star chakra is life, the sense of life. Now, those 9 divine senses are up against these 9 deadly sins that I'm getting ready to mention, and each of them are also connected to a chakra as well. The thing is, once you tap into the 9 divine senses and realize they are all one for you, the 9 deadly sins will disintegrate within you, or they'll disintegrate because they're not in you at all. Always remember that. The sins are not in you. Nothing about you or in you is evil at all. Nothing about you is evil at all. Nothing is. The only thing that is evil is the entrenchment. What's in you is a force that can be manipulated into becoming evil. Other than that, it's just a force. You follow what I'm saying? That these here 9 deadly sins that I'm getting ready to mention are manipulating and driving you to be opposites, or driving you into the wrong direction of moral principles or soul ethics. It's driving you opposite of soul ethics. Here are the 9 deadly sins. On the Earth Star chakra is ignorance. That's the first one. The second one, root chakra, connected to greed. Sacral chakra, connected to lust. Solar plexus chakra, connected to gluttony. Heart chakra, connected to pride, or wrong pride, false pride. Throat chakra, connected to wrath, misdirected rage, misdirected anger. Then the third eye chakra, connected to sloth. I don't believe in laziness being a sin. I don't. Because the energy of balance is what is doing nothing to you. So sloth will be the easiest thing for me to get rid of. Once the world feels this ambitious drive to be better. And then the crown chakra is connected to jealousy. Reason why jealousy sits in the crown chakra is because that is the number 1 worst sin in the world today. Jealousy is. And once jealousy goes, which is actually the leader of all the other 8 sins, once jealousy goes, all of the other sins go as well. Jealousy has to fall first, and fall hard, and the other ones will go or become weapons we can use to keep it down. And then the final sin is fear. The soul star, the sin connected to the soul star chakra is fear. Fear. Because here's the reality. Once we all recognize how we need to utilize the information regarding the soul star chakra's connection to us, a fear of it will be an illusion that you can see straight through with naked eyes. So, the final battle in spirit takes place once you all regain awareness of the 9 divine senses, accept the 9 divine senses, apply the 9 divine senses, and settle and/or live in and/or walk good forever within the 9 divine senses, or using the 9 divine senses. This is how you beat the spiritual war. The 9 base senses. That's it. That's the answer there. Tap into those 9 divine senses, and it'll cause the 9 deadly sins, or it'll be one step closer to causing the 9 deadly sins, causing their eradication, so to speak. What else do I have for you for a moment? I don't want to connect too many theosophical, or I ain't gonna say theosophy too many times now, because I know it's a religion for real, for real. Well, I've been new. It's just there ain't too many words to label and describe what this here level of thinking is. So I don't want to combine too many religious terms to this here 9 divine senses versus the 9 deadly sins. Senses versus sins. Senses versus sins. Your senses are real. Your sins are fake. Your senses are real. Your sins are fake. Those sins that I just told you about, They force drive you into a foul, wrong, evil behavior. And those senses I told you about are just the force that drives your behavior to be correct. And they are built in you, quite literally. All of them are. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May you all come to the conclusion, post haste, that you are far more powerful than this devil, and you have the abilities to subjugate it in every way possible, because you are astonishing in every way possible, regardless of what it wants you to believe. Therefore, unto you all, I will pray. Peace, love, unity, and advancement forever. Peace, respect, balance, and progression forever. Calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness forever. And may all of you just walk good for all the days of your lives. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.